Hi, I'm Yuki.
I'm Nash.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Phil.
And we worked with Rhonda Fazio in order to improve her business, Rhonda's Catering. So this is the table of contents, the various sections that we are going to be going through. At the beginning, we're going to introduce Rhonda. In the second section, we're going to be talking about her business as a whole and the various sections of it. For the third section, we're going to talk about how we want to bring the business together and how we're going to organize it as a whole. For the fourth section, we want to talk a little bit about how we're going to, in sections 4 and 5, we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to make improvements to the business and in terms of social media and the marketing. For the sixth section, or for the 6th and 7th section, we want to talk about how we're going to, we're going to talk about our various strategies and goals to improve Rhonda's catering. So Rhonda and Fazio, she's a longtime community member of the New Bedford and Fall River area. She's an experienced artisan and chef. She learned all of her cooking directly from her grandmother, who she learned. She doesn't have any specific recipes. She just learned all of it directly from her. So Rhonda's business is split into 3 different branches as of right now. What she wants to do is combine them, but basically the one we are mainly focusing on is Rhonda's Catering, which is a private and small function catering service. Basically, she goes to people's houses or public events in order to cook food in front of people and serve them. Alchemy in a Jar, that's basically her jam producing business, where she creates her own jam from locally produced
Ingredients.
And basically she sells that to local farmers markets, but we want to obviously expand that. So in terms of brand consolidation, as I spoke earlier, we want to find a way to combine all these businesses together, because as of right now, there's 3 different branches and there's no organization between them. So basically, we want to work with her. Want to work with her in a way that it would work well with her and find the most appropriate way to connect them together.
So after a few discussions with Rhonda, we realized it was evident that her business could only thrive if we brought them all together under one umbrella brand. And we decided to come up with a slogan, if you will, and it's the art of crafting food and fabric. And that kind of encompasses all of her smaller businesses into one recognizable brand that she can use to market herself and expand her horizons. Some of her the issues that we noticed right off the bat when we started the project were she didn't have any Instagram presence. Her online presence was unorganized and confusing, especially her Facebook page along with her website. She also had a lack of content. Usually when you have a food-based Instagram or social media account, you want to provide a lot of pictures. You want the customers to start salivating before they even walk through the door. And we are hoping to provide her with more tools to provide that content to her customers. And her online presence is very scattered. There aren't many direct links between her website and her Facebook and her booking service. So as a group, we wanted to provide her with some content to further enhance her online presence, including some logos, new mission statements with business descriptions, some more photo and video content for her to blast out to her followers. We want to provide her with a marketing plan based on all the issues that we've identified and the appropriate steps to improve the overall online presence. And we want to create a dedicated Instagram and Facebook account specifically for Rhonda's Catering that doesn't have any signification of the alchemy of a jar in the name. Now, here are a few logos that we came up with. The first two on the left were the first logos we came up with. We shared them with Rhonda, and she actually gave us some really great feedback where she wanted the font Papyrus used. She really likes the font Papyrus, so we included that with the updated versions of the logos, as well with the cute little flower at the top. She really liked that design, so we wanted to make sure we incorporated that for her. And then, along with the logos and the mission statements, we want to include a description, something that will kind of encompass what her business does and give answers to any curious customers. So the first description we came up with was, looking for a chef experience in all natural, great tasting, and good for you culinary? Look no further than Rhonda's Catering, specializing in crafting meals with local to New Bedford ingredients and an infectious smile. Rhonda's Catering will provide an intimate and tasty experience for you and your guests. And we came up with another description here, and Phil's going to read that for you.
So Rhonda is a local natural food enthusiast that offers in-house catering service for private events with the intention of serving and teaching the art of crafting with natural ingredients. So it is important that she is using all natural ingredients in everything that she does. So one of the mission statements that we came up with for her business was to create the art of all natural and locally sourced materials with promoting the education of her viewers. We also came up with another one that Yuki's going to share.
So I wrote one that's more geared towards her catering, like specifically. So I said to provide authentic in-house catering, utilizing locally grown produce, creating a warm and welcoming environment for all. And Phil's going to continue to talk about, I don't know, for like for all of that.
So one way that we were able to create some content for Rhonda was attending one of her events that she was at. The event was titled E for All. It was an entrepreneurial pitch contest held at the UMass Dartmouth Community Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So at this event, it started out with a networking hour. For the first hour and a half or so, if you were attending the event, you were able to walk around and meet the people that were eventually going to give their pitches at this event. So they were able to get to know the people that they were presenting in front of, and certain people gave demonstrations of what they would eventually pitch. So Rhonda was able to give a cooking demo where she made a chickpea something, and it was tasty, and she also had a goat cheese something as well, and that was also pretty tasty. But it was a neat way for her to kind of demonstrate what she was going to do before she pitched it to the judges. So the pitch contest itself consisted of a panel of judges. I think there were 4, and there was first through third place winners with that won cash prizes. Unfortunately, Rhonda wasn't able to bring home the cash, but it was neat to see the progression of how she presented herself from when we started until then. So these are some of the photos that were taken at the event by Nash's lovely lady. We were able to gather a handful of content to hopefully give Rhonda in the future for potential posts and to reach new friends on Facebook and social media. So we also developed a marketing plan for her to advertise herself. So the first thing we want to see is her obviously posting more. We want to see 4 to 5 posts a week on all of her social media accounts. So most of the post needs to contain a photo or video those are a bit more high priority. Those are the posts that people are going to look at. When there's a picture of some savory food or an advertisement, a flyer of where she's going to be or when she's going to be there, people are going to look at that. I also suggested that she create polls for. Yeah, you want to go touch that? Make sure it's still recording. Sorry for the intermission. Tap it. Oh shit! 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Real safe.
We're back. So we also suggested that she create polls for people to participate in the community to see what they want her to create, whether it's food, whether it's fabric, and obviously advertise herself. Where she's going to be, when she's going to be there. She's often been at farmers markets and other local events. We also want her to present herself in a clear way to book Rhonda's catering services. As Nash will talk about in the future slides, there's an option to book her through Facebook events. We also encouraged her to create holiday-themed posts, stuff like Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, Easter dinners, different meals that will cater to different parts of the seasons, different parts of the year. And of course, sponsor local events with Rhonda's Catering. If she's providing all the food and beverages, jams, whatever, if she offers free tastings, that's it's advertisement, it's getting the word out there, free publicity. So now Nash is going to talk to us about some of the social media improvements we made.
Alright, so if we look here, this is Rhonda's current Facebook page for what she's working with. So first off, she has Rhonda's Catering and Alchemy in a Jar sharing one Facebook page, which we kind of decided together wasn't really a good idea. And if you look at, the first thing that catches your eye is her profile picture, where it's kind of like a grainy, street side, just photo of Rhonda, which is fine, but it's not really what you want to project for your company image. It doesn't really tell you anything about her company. There's no description, there's no way to email her, there's no way to book her, there's no recent posts really showing what she's been up to. It just doesn't really catch the eye, and it doesn't tell you a lot about what Rhonda does. So this here is a Facebook page that we created for Rhonda. As you can see, we have one of our logos as her profile picture that we created. We have a really nice, colorful, full center picture of her as the cover photo, showing her in her environment, doing what she does with nice aesthetically pleasing food and cookware out. This is going to present a much more professional image, and it's going to catch people's eye. She already has followers, she already has likes. This is going to help spread the word on Facebook, and in turn spread through word of mouth. So Facebook has really stepped up its game for what it can do for businesses and how businesses can take advantage of Facebook through making Facebook pages. And the biggest thing is appointments and scheduling. That was a huge problem with Rhonda, is how she offers these great services. She's very skilled. How do people actually get Rhonda to cook for them? Facebook can help solve that. First off, her new page is linked to her email. It's linked to her Instagram account. There's a lot of ways to contact her. And also, we have an appointment booking service through Facebook. I have an example right here with myself as the patron, showing the date, time, meal, number of heads, gluten allergy, showing exactly what it would be like for Rhonda if someone were to try and book her through Facebook. There's a manually approved setting, so someone can't just automatically book with Rhonda. She has to approve it herself. We just think this would really streamline the process of people booking with Rhonda. This right here is an example of what someone would see when they look up Rhonda's Catering on Facebook. They automatically see book now right here, and they see a short, professional, concise description of what Rhonda actually does. So as we said earlier, Rhonda did have a Facebook page, but it wasn't very good. She actually had no Instagram page. And as Alex was saying, food is something that revolves a lot around what's aesthetically pleasing, what looks good, what looks appetizing, and Instagram is huge on that. So we made Rhonda a Facebook page, an Instagram page. It's linked to her Facebook account. Has a couple demonstration posts. It has her logo. It has her description. It has her email right in her bio right there. Here's a closer look. We even have a commenter on one of her first posts who attended the E for All event. This is kind of showing, what Rhonda does. And then we have one last slide here for Phil before we open up to questions.
So overall, some of our goals for LaRonda's Catering, we just want to see it improved, improve the way that it reaches the community. We want to broaden the social media outreach just so she can reach more people. More people are going to book her for catering services as well as buy her products in terms of Dyer Maker Studios and Alchemy in a Jar if she's more fluent in the way that her accounts are made on social media. So with that, obviously we've provided her with a good amount of content as well as updated social media accounts to do so. Hopefully if she follows the plan, all goes well and she'll gain the followers and hopefully a little bit more support from the community. With that being said, any questions? Ta-da!
We're done. That was long.
Yeah, it was. It was like 16.